Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton at Daltonians TFs, and today we're taking a look at a little something different. Not Transformers today. Today and most of this week, and maybe part of next week, we're going to be looking at something new, as I said, and that's going to be the Bionicle, or Lego Bionicle Tahu, the Master of Fire. So, he is number 70787. He's got 89 pieces, ages 8 to 14. Now, the reason I'm kind of reviewing these is because, you know, back in 2002, 2003, I really loved this toy line, and the movies, just everything about Bionicle was just awesome to me. And to find out that the original characters are kind of being revamped in a, you know, generation styling, kind of, you know, with the new builds, I was excited. Now, instead of using the original traditional parts, these use some of the newer Hero Factory parts, which, you know, I can forgive that, especially considering all of the older Bionicle parts are now just, they can't handle being put together the way they used to. So, without further ado, let's get this open. I've already opened this guy before and put them together, but for the sake of the review, I had to take it apart, so get all these parts out here. And yes, we got a mess of parts. So give me just a moment and I'll get this all organized so you guys can see it all the pieces that it comes with. So okay, and here are all the parts laid out and sort of organized. So, as you can see, you've got a bunch of these armor pieces. You got the two masks here, the mask for the Skull Spider, two of these blades, two of these little fire pieces, these two new sword pieces, some gears and other Technic pieces, the body piece, again more armor pieces here. So, let's go ahead and let me lower this camera and we'll go ahead and start building. Okay, and here we have Tahu all put together. Sorry if that took a little long, but hopefully I got it right with fast forwarding through. So, this is Tahu fully put together, like I said. Looking very awesome. I love the build of this guy, just the way the process works, and just the golden armor looks really badass like this. You got the nice translucent orange pieces for the armor. I really dig these flame swords, which we'll get more into that in a minute. You go on the back, not too bad, not a lot stands out. I mean, you can see it's really hollow back here. And then back here you can see the gimmick, which I kind of showed off in the build process, but it uses these older Technic, you know, gears to move the arms up and down. But it also uses one of these blue axle pieces and a separate gear to add some friction to where it'll hold poses. Another way it could hold poses is because of the ball joints that are here, so that's another nice thing that they've added since the original Bionicle figures. So let's go over articulation. It's probably obvious by now, everything's ball joints, so forward, back, in and out, bends at the knee. Although this kind of a ball joint acts as a heel, although you get a little bit of wiggle movement. You get ball jointed feet. Nothing at the waist, but that's not a big problem. Ball jointed shoulders, arms, and hands. His head is on a ball joint. So, but yeah, very awesome looking. One gimmick that they've added to this new line of Bionicle figures is something to homage the original. Is press down on this brain stalk back here, or the eye stalk, or whatever you want to call it, and it lobs off the mask. So, and then you can add the gold mask, which comes with the figure. This is the Kanohi How, which is the mask of, I think, shielding, I believe. But they just have him as the, you know, the elemental mask of power. So, and he does come with this little skull spider, which is in itself basically just a mask with legs. But you can fold these legs out of the way and plug it onto Tahu. Then you can try and get the skull spider off. So that's a really cool little gimmick that they've added. Let's go ahead and get this back on here. Now, one thing that I really love that they added is you take these swords out of his hands, set them aside, and these swords are new parts. I think the flame pieces have been used before, correct me if I'm wrong. But one thing you can do to homage his Toa Nuva form, which is the 2002 incarnation from the Mask of Light movie, is you can take these and they kind of piece together like that. And you take this little piece here, slide it over those axles, those axle pegs, and now you've got Tahu's lava board. Now, the instructions say to do it on the inner part of his foot. I do it on the outer part just to make it look like his foot is actually further onto the board. And you can pose him on his lava board. Now, he does have 2 extra blades back here. And real quick, I wanted to show this off before I go into the lava board, but I completely forgot about it. Let me get him posed right here. Is you can flip these swords up and kind of have this kind of warrior style, just kind of addition to his armor, I guess. You can go ahead and pull that off. Put that in his hand, and now he can fight while surfing lava. There we go. And he can still move his arms around. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this guy. Again, Tahu, really awesome figure. I'm really happy with Bionicle coming back. As far as extra parts, you just get these 3 little pieces here, which this little tiny Technic piece, this one here, and a little spacer. So that's pretty much it. I really love this figure. Again, you are into Bionicle or building figures, this line coming out this year, you know, already out this year, either way, is the one to get. I really enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Check out my, I might do a gallery of this guy, but check out my other videos. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, all that stuff down in the description below. And I will see you guys in my next video, so see you then.